Hey guys, Brad M73 here. Welcome back to Star Citizen. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you haven't joined Star Citizen, please consider using my referral code. It's down in the video description below. And if you use it before IAE ends on December 3rd, 2025, you'll get the free pink Star Kitten armor set. Well, it's not an armor set. It's a undersuit and helmet. But it's free and it's pretty rare, so if pink is your thing, go ahead and do it. And if you're even watching this outside of the IAE and you want to use my referral code, it'll get you an extra 50,000 Alpha UEC, which is the in-game credits to get you started in Star Citizen. Since IAE is still going on, I haven't done a video. I should have done a video like 2 weeks ago, or I guess almost 2 weeks ago since it started. But we're going to go over and take a look at the hall. Because we do have some new ships that came out, and I want to take a look at those. And hopefully we're not going to have any problems getting there, or with the server. There's been some really strange, weird issues over IAE. Generally, there's not too many. Well, generally there are some problems. Usually in the first few days when, you know, a lot of the free fly players come in and flood the game. But there's not been too much of that. But yeah, there's just been other strangeness going on. So we're going to head over. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is at the Orison, at Orison, and it's near the spaceport. So, you know, I logged in to my hangar here at the spaceport. If you land at the spaceport, you're just going to come out this way, just like you're exiting the spaceport as normal. And also, if you get lost, just follow these signs. There's signs all over the place, and there's even some, like floor signs. Like, well, we'll see if we find any. I'll show them to you, but yeah, like here. Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, this way. So we'll go down to the shuttle station. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of...
Enjoying the view? Our recently redesigned Crusader Industries...
A lot of Star Citizen here recently. So yeah, just follow the signs. They're pointing in this direction. Shuttle arriving in 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Did we just miss the shuttle? So yeah, this is where you get onto the shuttle. So if you see these signs, I guess we literally have 3 minutes to wait. All right, so I'll wait 3 minutes and I'll see you back in just a moment.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Okay, finally.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Off to the expo we go. And hopefully they get off.
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
And so, yeah, we'll just, you can ride in the shuttle over. We can sit down if we so choose. Hello. Ah! There.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
I don't want to sit down. So there goes the space station. I kind of wish this part was a little bit faster. It starts off really slow, like a lot more slowly than a normal shuttle. And then it goes into like ultra turbo boost. Let's see. I think no, that's the docking port. Providence platform, I think, is right over here. And then Cloud View is off in this direction somewhere. I think it's right here because of the tower, and it just kind of looks like a bunch of complex lighting down there that some of the other platforms have. So I'm thinking that that's probably Cloud View. Or is it down here? No, I think that's Cloud View over there. Because Cloud View's kind of off in front of the Providence platform. All right, here we go. Kicking it into high gear. Oh, it looks like we might actually go right past here, so that'll answer my question. I don't have a question. I know it's Cloud View. 100% that is Cloud View. I can see the bar. There's the green... What is it? The Green Mile? No. The Greenway? Nah. The green something. It's where the Habs are. Over there. At Cloud View. So yeah, it's about a 2-ish minute ride over. I don't think that's it. That might be it. We seem to be heading somewhat in that direction. Oh! What's that? What ain't that? What is that? Oh yeah, that's definitely the wreck or the center. These are just like probably player ships that have been abandoned, just floating around. That looked like an Idris back there. Yep, this is IAE, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Happens every year between, excuse me, usually around the 19th and 20th of November of every year, and usually till the beginning of December. This year, again, it ends on December 3rd, 2025, usually around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's a great time to join, buy ships, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to put this video live as soon as I'm done processing it tonight. So there's going to be a few hours left by the time you see this video to get on board, if you so desire. Again, best time to join, especially if you want to buy some of the more expensive ships, like a Perseus. You can still actually get a lifetime. You can get it via CCU with lifetime insurance for like, I don't know, under $600, like $550, and not pay the, I don't know, $950 or something that it's selling for right now. But yeah, this is it. This is the new Perseus, or at least the underside of it. And I'm not going to go into all the ships. I'm just going to give you guys a brief tour of each of the expo halls, of which there are 5. They're not doing like the underground hall this year, which I kind of found interesting. The first year that they haven't done that. So I don't know. It was a little bit weird. So these were all of the vendors, I guess. We had a couple new ships from RSI, nothing from Origin. We did have a new Drake ship. We did have, well, the Stinger from Asperia is kind of new, but it's not new here at the show. And a few others. Let's head on over to the Vision Center. get our eyes checked. I don't think the Vision Center has anything to do with that. And there's the top of the Perseus. Perseus is definitely a cool looking ship. About the size of a Carrack, maybe slightly smaller. Here we go. Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2955 or 2025. So here's the expo hall. So yeah, starting off, we've got hall number 1, the main hall. From there, we will go. We'll do the alien hall, hall 2, hall 5, and then we'll finish off with hall 4 because it's got the couple of the new ships in there as well. But we've got 3 new ships, I think, in here. This is the RSI Salvation. It's a starter ship. They actually have a starter game package right now on sale. It's a great deal. I think it's like $65 with lifetime insurance. And these are also really good LTI tokens if you already have a starter kit and you just want a cheap LTI token. I think they're like $50 or $55, $50 I think. But yeah, it's just a really small starter ship. There's no interior other than the cockpit right there, and it's a salvage ship. And as you salvage things, your boxes appear in the back. I think there's 6. Room for 6 boxes back here, and then you can just fly them and drop them off, sell them, refine them, or whatever you want to do. We've got the RSI Meteor that came out earlier this year, which is a gunship that's kind of like a Mantis. Pretty cool there. It's got some pretty big guns on it. Brand new for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is not the Wolf. That came out back in... When did this come out? July or August, something like that, or maybe early September. We've got the L-22 Alpha Wolf, which is this guy. Absolutely beautiful paint job. Looks like a lot of the component bays are exposed. Let's see if I can clean this guy up a little bit to make it look more pretty. Yeah, look at how nice. Let me turn around here. Look how nice and sleek this thing is. And this, I'm going to buy one. I'm going to buy one of these tonight, right after I get done. This is so nice. Looks like there's some more component bays open up here on the top. Can I reach up there? I bet somebody got into the cockpit and then... Let's see. Yeah, there's like something here. More component bays. Beautiful ship. And it's got these really cool... It's got this cool tail. Unlike this one, that the original doesn't. This one has the fin that flips down from the bottom. I don't like that at all. And I really wish that I could just swap from this one to that one. But there's no Warbond upgrade for it. We've got the RSI Lynx here, which is kind of like a... It's not... I don't know. It's been out like a year and a half, I think. Luxury version kind of the Ursa rover. It's got a little gun on the top. And nice little luxury interior. So, very nice to have around. And then here is the brand new RSI Perseus, which a lot of people have been waiting on for years. I'm not one of them, but I think this one was first... I think the concept went live back in 2020, I want to say. 2020 or 2021, something like that. And so it's finally out in game. A lot of people love it. I'm kind of mixed because I already have bigger ships. I've got the Idris, which, knocks this thing out of the park, really. But yeah, you can save some money. It is a nice gunboat. It's got some really big guns up there. Two size 8 turrets. There's one turret up on the top and another one there on the bottom. And it is available for purchase right now, and it'll probably be available even after the expo ends, usually for a couple of weeks, but I don't know, it might not be. Oh, let's see, where did I say I was going to go first? Oh, here's the... Oh, we've got more. We've got more out here on the show floor. We've got the MISC salvage ship over here. I think it's called the MISC Fortuna. Nope, just the Fortune. It's very similar to MISC's mining ship, which is called the Prospector. But, you know, if you want something even bigger... Boy, they made this thing a pain in the butt to get up to, didn't they? They totally did. They should have put some stairs right there. That's why I missed the ship so often when I was just running the show floor. But, yeah, if you're looking for something a little bit beefier than the Salvation for your starter ship, you've got the MISC Fortune. Holds 6 salvage crates on each side for a total of 12. And then, hello. Then there's like this nifty little lift in the back. You know what? I know I said that I wasn't going to tour the ship. I don't know that I've ever been on one of these before, because I swear I did not know that all this was back here. This is your salvage terminal kind of thing. I've not used one of these. I should know more about it than I do. You've got your bed, bathroom, toilet. The toilet can be... I think the toilet can be retracted somehow. Maybe not yet. I'm not seeing anything. Or maybe you just sit on the toilet and you take a shower, because that's the shower head up there. And then, of course, the cockpit is very, very similar to the Prospector. Probably almost identical. And then we can actually get out. Oh, here's our fuse, which is coming online with the engineering gameplay very, very soon. So there's your fuse terminals there. I don't know if there's any others. And then we'll just go out the front exit, I guess. Yeah, I know. I swear this is... I don't know that I've ever been on one of these before. I think I might have, but I didn't really realize there was the whole back section. But then again, I don't know. I kind of recall the little mining or not the mining terminal, but the salvage terminal back in the back. So we've got that guy on that side, and then on the opposite side, on the flip side, we're going to have the Argo Raft, which is an insanely popular mining ship. I think they're like $125 standalone. Again, you could buy the RSI Salvation and CCU up. CCU is a cross-chassis upgrade. If you don't know what that is, if you go to the pledge store on the RSI website and you go to within the pledge store, there's a thing called ship upgrades. So any ship you own, you can upgrade to any ship of greater value and just pay the difference in value between the two ships. So, you know, you could buy an RSI Salvation, get the lifetime insurance on it, and then you could upgrade to something like a Raft, which doesn't have lifetime insurance, but the insurances always carry over, and whenever you do a CCU or cross-chassis upgrade, you always get the best, you always get the best insurance that's, stacked with however many CCUs you've done. I've done some pretty big chains, like 5, 6, maybe even 7 different ships in some years. And yeah, it's a great time to save money, especially if you're bringing in new money and do war bond upgrades and things like that. But this is the big cargo ship. It's not terribly big. I think it holds 196 SCU of cargo, all on the grid here in the back. and it's great for starting out. Like if you guys want to do cargo runs, this is your ship. This is a really, really good ship, even better than the Hull A. And I'm thinking about getting my series started once again, and maybe working myself up to an Argo raft, because it's not terribly difficult to do. I got some weapons here. I don't know if any of these are actually for sale. Oh yeah, they are. Cool. Nothing like incredibly rare. I was kind of disappointed. There are components all around in different spots on the show floor, but there's nothing that was, you know, rare or unusual or anything like that, like there have been in past years. They're really kind of starting to lock a lot of the really rare, you know, and high value components behind Wicklow or the contested zones and things like that. So first we're going to check out the Alien Hull. I don't think much is new here other than the Asperia Stinger. This is a ship that I'm really conflicted on. It's absolutely beautiful. I just don't know if I want to spend the money on one. I do and I don't at the same time. We've got the Talon. This is like the standard... Oh, come on, man. You're making the Talon look ugly. There we go. Looks like a bird. Squawks like a bird, but it's not a bird. It's a spaceship. And I don't know if it really squawks or not. Really, really pretty ship. I'm not really a huge fan of it. I know my goddaughter absolutely loves it because it's a bird and she loves birds. But that is the Asperia Talon. And this is the brand. This one just came out, I think, earlier in November with that patch, the 3 or 4.4, I guess, patch. Beautiful ship, especially for, you know, a Vandal ship. Plus, it's got, you know, it's actually got the new updated Vandal look. And I really wish they would go back and redo the glaive and the blade and the scythe and redo all these in this styling. I think this would be, it would just be awesome. Very, very cool. There is a smallish interior. It's not even really an interior. And I'll show you what I mean. So this opens up like a rib cage, very organic looking. This goes down and you basically just have this. There's your fuses. I don't know why the Vandal uses human fuses. There's where you can put your guns, I think. And then I'm not aware of, let's see, even if we close this up, I don't think this really goes up to anywhere, like no component storage or anything like that. So I don't know if these really have components that are accessible. I just don't know. And then you've got, this is actually the seat. Like most Vandal ships, you're kind of leaning forward, more on your belly than anything, but very, very cool ship. I'm really tempted to buy one. I just don't know that I want one that badly. And if you want, you're more than welcome to gift me one. I don't know. All right. So we've got the Gatak Sulin, which this one's been around for a while. It's basically kind of like the Stovall. No, this wouldn't be Stovall. That's short takeoff and vertical landing or something. This one is a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. So when you're in the cockpit, you're actually on your back looking straight up. So you're not looking forward and you don't go, you don't raise up like normal. So this actually flies a little bit, well, it takes off and lands differently than every other ship in Star Citizen. But it flies the same. Once you get it into flight mode, it flies exactly the same. And it's a beautiful ship. Some of the paints for this are just absolutely stunners. Going to the back here, We've got the Gattac Raylan concept, which is supposed to be coming out next year, 2026. They have kind of confirmed it, and it's a cargo ship, and I think they just doubled the cargo from like, I don't know, 250 to over 500 SEU of cargo. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but I know that they doubled the cargo on this, and the price of this ship will probably double as well. I think it's a little over $200 now. It's probably going to go up to $350, $400, or possibly even higher, just based on the increase in cargo alone and the popularity of it. Why am I getting... Okay. So there's that. You can buy it still until the end of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Would be a great ship to CCU up to. Actually, they might... No, I don't think they have LTI. I think you could only get LTI during the concept sale. Here is the Defender, the Banu Defender. Kind of looks like a big crab with its mouth open. That's just with the stairs down. But still, it looks like a crab. Very cool ship. One of the prettiest ships in the game, I think. Just design-wise is spectacular. And it does have some bespoke guns here on the front. The alien guns. I think that's the only way you can get those guns on the Defender. And then the... What is this? The Santakii? Santakii! I can't remember if this is the one that is the newer version, or the newer one. There's like the Santakii, and then the... I don't remember the name of the other one. Darn it, what is it called? The Apoa Santakii... And they don't have the other version of this. Oh, I cannot think of what it's called. Yeah, because the other one I think has a... Well, I don't know. I'm not a big follower of the Santakii. They're not my thing, and they're very rarely seen in game by players, and I don't know that I've ever seen one flown by an NPC. Maybe once a long time ago, but it's been years. The Apoa Nox, one of the best hover bikes in the game. Very cool paint scheme on this one too. Very iridescent. Kind of has a tiger stripe pattern and all that cool stuff. Got some more big guns you can buy before the expo is over with. Oh, these are just quantum drives, Baldwin, Zephyr, and then, you know, you got some shields, parapet, cloak. Again, nothing that's like knocking my socks off. This is the Asperia Prowler utility. So it's essentially the Prowler. The standard Prowler is a dropship. The utility variant is a cargo carrier. So you've got your cargo pads up there. I think they're double-sided, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, this one's closed up. So no, maybe it's not. Maybe they just kind of flip in. I don't know. I'm sorry to say how much cargo this holds. But honestly, for the price, there are far better cargo ships out there. Definitely looks cool, though. Still, again, very bird-esque, creature-like. It's like a prowling bird, I guess. I don't know. Best in show this year is the Polaris. The Asgard. I'm sitting there looking at the picture, trying to think of the name, and the name's right there. I didn't want to say Perseus because I knew it wasn't going to be the Perseus. The Asgard, the Zeus Mark II ES, and then the Gladiator. I don't know how the heck that happened. I think that I don't know anybody that actually owns a Gladiator outside of a larger pack that just included the Gladiator. But yeah, I don't know of anybody that really just goes out and like, I want a Gladiator. I think it's one of the ugliest ships in the game. I don't like the design of it. I just don't like it. Is this the hull? No, this is the folded up hull C. That's the hull C when it's expanded, when it's got its cargo doors out. Huge, huge ship. Is there even a plaque around here saying it's the hull C? No, there's not. Interesting. But that's it. So on the right, that's what it looks like folded up or, you know, retracted. And then when you open up the cargo pads, that's what it looks like. Very cool. The perfect ship for every trip. Okay, so this is kind of where it shows the hull C in all of its cargo glory. Still kind of buggy. I know some people complain that they've had problems with it. Other people, I guess, have kind of figured out all the workarounds and stuff like that for it. I haven't used mine in a long time, so I don't know. It's so expensive to, you know, fill up with cargo that you don't want anything to go wrong. Let's see. We have the Avenger Titan. Yep. This is probably one of the best overall starting ships you can buy. Not terribly expensive. It does really well in combat. And it also has 8 SCU of cargo space back here in the cargo hold, if I can even jump up there. Yeah, so it definitely needs a gold pass because it's getting a bit dated. And I know that they definitely need to update the interior. I don't know if they're going to get a gold pass next year in 2026, but it's definitely due for one. One of my favorite ships. I still have this ship to this day. And again, it's by far one of my favorites. We've got the Saber Peregrine. Is this the one that's like the missile boat? Oh no, this is the racing version. I guess if you're into racing, go for this one. I am not at all. Whoops. Go up. There we go. Yeah, I'm just not into the racing ships. When did this come out? I can't remember if this came out summer of this year or summer of last year. But it's one of the newer-ish ships. And we have a ton of Saber variants as it is. These are the newer ones. And I don't even know if I own a single. I don't think I own a Peregrine at all, or I'm sorry, a Saber in any variant, because I don't know. I think there are better ships out there, but they're great ships. Another brand new ship is the Anvil Paladin. It came out before the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. It's got a size 5 gun turret up on the top there. I think they're size 5s. 4s at the lowest, but I think those are size 5s. Tons of damage. A lot of people really like these. I know one of the guys I play with absolutely loves his Paladin. Lord Alex, you know who you are. And he's like, no! But it's essentially kind of based on the Asgard and Valkyrie chassis, but it doesn't have the cargo, but it's just got tons of firepower. And I think there's... What are all these things? Are these like drop... No, maybe it's not like a drop ship. Now I have to go in. Yeah, back here in the back, this is normally where the Asgard... and the Valkyrie would have their cargo hold, but it's just kind of open in the back. You can see it's got some torpedo there, some missiles there. I'm not going to go through, this ship in totality. Oh, I guess these are these escape pods? It says, and they look like suit lockers. I think these are supposed to be suit lockers. I don't think these are supposed to be escape pods. Oh, here's the ladder going up. I guess we're getting a ship tour, a really, really fast one. Cockpit is right down here, and it's actually a 2-person cockpit. pilot, co-pilot, component access there. There's also a lower cockpit for gunner turrets, bathroom, toilet, shower there. And I think that's for the whole crew. Got a little booth for eating. This is crew bunk. Couple chairs or seats there. Kind of a desk seat on that side. And then I believe we have the same thing on the other side. Yep. So enough for 4 crew members. And then this is all engineering component access back here. And that's pretty much it. I guess there's not a escape pod. So I guess that's just, I don't know. I'm going to say armor plates, okay? And I'm probably wrong. Next up, 2 very popular ships. The Hornet Mark II came out. When did this come out? Last year, I think, 2024. I really wanted the UEE military variant of this. We did not get it. But I thought we might be getting that as a reward for Squadron 42, which also is supposed to come out in 2026. Fingers crossed. I hope that it does. And I hope that it's like the Invictus launch week. If it's after that, I'm going to be disappointed. But hopefully, yeah. And then also the F8C Lightning. You get one as a reward for reaching $10,000 pledge. You get another one for reaching $15,000. They did the whole gold ticket thing last year, but I think it's available to just anybody right now. I think you can just go out and buy one. I don't think there are any prerequisites for this. It is definitely a cool ship, and it definitely hits really nice and hard. One of my favorite, probably my favorite heavy fighter overall, especially as far as looks go.
Attention visitors to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Please remember to stay hydrated.
So now we have to go to the other side,
For your convenience, a selection of beverages and tasty snacks.
where we will take a look at Hall 5 and Hall 4. Looks like there's a few Misk Mirai and Crusader ships there. Actually, I think there's only one Crusader ship. I'm going to be brutally honest. I hate the way CIG has done the Expo this year. I would much rather them do it like they did in previous years, where they were setting up all the halls independently by manufacturer, and then switch them every day, and then or do the the hall swap every other day like they used to do, where you'd always have 2 different expo halls running simultaneously. I love this display. I just think it looks so freaking awesome. The ceiling looks beautiful. I've actually seen ceilings at museums that are kind of like this. Absolutely beautiful. And then, let's see, we've got the Consolidated Outland Hover Quad. It's just it's basically like an ATV that hovers. Very useful. You can buy them in game. They're dirt cheap. The Consolidated Outland Nomad. Again, these are alien-inspired ship designs. And this one just always hovers. It's always hovering even when it's shut off. I think the only time I ever see these on the ground is if they're destroyed and literally there's no power going to them. All right, so we've got the Crusader Intrepid. This is one of the starter ships. They do, I think it's like the hauling pack or something they do have on sale right now. If you're planning on CCUing up to a bigger ship, the Salvation is a better deal because you get almost all of your value towards the CCU, where you don't with the Intrepid. you get about maybe 75-80% value towards your CCU. However, this is kind of a little bit bigger of a ship, makes you feel a little bit cooler. You got a little sit-down area, a little kitchenette here, storage racks, suit storage whenever that comes online. You've got your bed. You even have a pooper and a shower and a sink there. So, you know, when you're in intestinal distress, you know, you can jump up and use your bathroom. It's got the engineering terminal back here. I don't know. Did I run past the fuses? Did I run past the fuse? I didn't see. Oh, there's the fuses right there. Okay. You have to have fuses for the engineering stuff. So this ship has obviously been updated. 8 SCU of cargo space. There's 4 on this side, 4 on the other side. And these just retract up. Oh, wait. That's the door. We'll close the cargo ramp there. Exactly like that. You can even come in here and be like, I want to go down. And sneak out of your ship while somebody's trying to bust into the front of the ship. I don't know how that would work out in the real world, but yeah. There is the Crusader C1 Spirit. This, I believe, is the variant of the C1. Is this the cargo variant? I mean, there's a lot of cargo storage space here. Another really great starter ship if you're not wanting to break the bank. Hello. Kind of like a do-all ship here. Toilet, shower. Looks like somebody's got the door open. Obviously, you would not want the door open while you do your business. Cots on either side. So it's a 2-person ship. And then when you sit in your seat, you kind of go up this little railroad track right there up to the top. So pretty cool. These have been out for a little over a year. I think they came out in 2024, so pretty cool. Over here, we've got the this is the Mirai Guardian MX. What is the difference between the standard and the MX? Is this the missile version? Heavy fighter. Guardian MX packs additional firepower and armor for overwhelming opponents. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry. What in the heck? Usually this doesn't look dirty like that. For some reason it does right now. Guardian MX does have a small interior, but it is a heavy fighter gunship. And then you've got the Fury LX. Wait, what's the LX? Is this the racing version? Next generation Fury LX racing version. Yep. So this is... Does this even have guns? I don't even see guns on this thing. No guns, no missiles, all racing, I guess. And there's no quantum drives on these things either. So they're, you know, just for snub fighting, you know, the fighter version or the missile variant, they're just snubs. And apparently this is the racing variant. I'm not into racing. But, you know, if you are, that's one of the pastimes that you can pursue here in Star Citizen. And then I think, you know, probably at some point in the future, as things really start to progress towards 1.0 and a lot of the game loops start to really get polished and playing well, maybe, you know, there will be a very polished gameplay experience for racing. Right now, there kind of is, but there's no... You don't really get anything, you know, it's not like you win a gazillion dollars or anything like that for completing the races. They're just like little missions. Complete this in X amount of time and you will get, you know, a few thousand UEC. One of the new releases here, we're kind of closing in. This is the final haul, Drake haul, is the Grey Cat Mobile Defense The Mobile Defense Combat. Mobile Defense Center. Yes. This is a one-person deployable. And when you deploy this bad boy, this gun comes up. It's a ballistic PDC, like a personal defense weapon. And it'll just guard you. You know, so if you have one or two of these on your ship, drive them off, park them around your ship, and then if anybody, flies in, tries to mess with your ship, this thing will unleash fury upon them. And apparently they hit really, really hard. So I haven't gone up against one yet, but yeah. You've got the little golf cart, the Grey Cat PTV. This is the Grey Cat MTC. So this is kind of like that guy over there, except it has a little bit of room in the back. It's got a gun on the top. One of my personal favorites, the Grey Cat STV. Ooh, I like this. Oh, I think I have this paint scheme. I'm gonna have to check now because that's a really cool looking paint scheme. You've got the Grey Cat Rock and then the Rock DS or dual seat. Has a slightly more powerful mining laser, or maybe it doesn't. But you've got a driver and a co-pilot. You can go around mining things and maybe speed up your mining time. Hello, hi there. We have the Drake Mule. I've owned one of these things for I don't know how long, and I think I've only used it once, maybe twice, and not for its intended purpose. It's supposed to have like a forklift thing on the front that grabs one SCU containers, and then you can drive and drop them off. But now that the Atlas walkers, like they're kind of like the, what are those things called from the Aliens movie where Sigourney Weaver's like, she gets in the power loader. Yes. Next up, we've got the Dragonfly Black hover bike, and then also the Hello Kitty variant, which this is like the first time in years and years and years that this has been made available for referrals. So if you refer somebody to Star Citizen and they buy a game package before the end of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, which is probably about 12 hours from when this video goes live, the referrer gets this thing, and then the referee gets the Star Kitten undersuit and helmet. We'll call it that. Next up is the Golem Ox. The Golem was released last year by Drake, or was it earlier this year? Anyway, it's their kind of their base mining ship. However, the Golem Ox, they've taken the mining stuff off the bottom and the top, and they've made it into they made the container area into a transport grid. It holds, I want to say like 64 SCU of cargo, if I'm not mistaken. There's even a cargo tractor beam back in the back, which is pretty cool. If you are in the market for either a Hull A or other cargo ship, this cargo ship adds the simplicity of being able to be loaded directly. The Hull A, you have to, fold out the panels. There's half of the panels on one side, so 32 on the right side, 32 on the left side. And this one's probably, the Golem OX is probably a bit easier to load and unload for that reason. Now, the difference is you don't have any real interior. You get in, there's the cockpit only, whereas with the Hull A, you actually have an interior. There's a bed, so you can bed log, and I think there's even like a toilet and bathroom and everything in there, where there's not in this ship. Not that toilets and bathrooms have any use in the game yet, but supposedly in the future, they are planning on adding hygiene into the game. We also have a new Drake ship right here, but I'm not going to take a look at it just yet. We're going to save that until the very, very end. Up here, we've got the 100i, or this might be one of the variants, like the 135C, which it does appear to be. The 135C, is that the racing version of this one? Let's see. With a deceptive amount of storage in this sleek, stylish frame, Origin's patented air fuel system. The 135C, it just says it's a starter light freighter. Well, I still don't think this thing has that much freight. There's like 2 SCU right here. If that's literally all the freight you're getting is 2 SCU, well, then I got news for you. It's the lightest freighter in the game. I see ramp access. Ah! Yeah, I totally don't see any other freight. So literally, it's like the lightest freighter of the game, I guess. Because oh, what's this? Open door. This has got to be more freight. There we go. And we've got 4 more SCU back here. So I guess a total of 6 SCU. Can you even open this into the interior? No, doesn't look like it. Honestly, you know, unless you want the luxury aesthetic of that the Origin ships have, no appropriate item. What about an inappropriate item? Yeah, I mean, unless you really, really want the simple luxury aesthetic, I just think there are better ships out there. If you really wanted a really sleek, small snub like this, actually, this isn't technically a snub because it's got a quantum drive. Ooh, it even has a fire extinguisher now, meaning that it's been updated for engineering. Now, wait a second. Does this have this? Does this have? It doesn't have fuses. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it will in the future sometime. Okay, arguably one of my favorite ships in the game, and I'm not going to do a walkthrough of it because I've done them many times before. The 400i, absolutely love this ship. It's a really great space, medium-sized space yacht. You can do light cargo with it. You can carry a rover with it. It's a great runabout if you're just wanting to go all over the place and do different quests. The only thing that's really lacking is maybe a med bed. And there's no way to get one on here, at least not at the time being. But aesthetically, it's beautiful, sleek, slender. Absolutely love this ship. I liked it so much I actually bought 2 of them, and I use them quite regularly. And then we've got the 350R. This is the racing variant of the 300 series. This doesn't have any cargo that I'm aware of, and the interior is very, very, very Spartan. Nothing really... Oh, I guess I'm going in there whether I like it or not. Yeah, this one just has the bed. The other 300 series ships, this is actually... There's no stair here. This is all just flat going back. You've got a bed on your left and kind of a dinette thing on your right with component access in the very back. This one is just like all engine because it's the racing variant. So yeah. And then last but not least, a ship that I did buy the other day. Brand new for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. It's called the Drake Clipper. And that is not it. The Drake Clipper is focused for versatility. If there's one thing every captain needs to take heart as they prepare to journey across the stars is, quote, expect the unexpected. With a cargo bay, medical facilities, and crafting capabilities, along with Drake's practical design sensibility, the Clipper is the perfect all-rounder for any new spacefaring enterprise. The dynamic styling of the regatta livery features a white base paint with black highlights and stripes plus bold red accents. So this is the livery that it's talking about here. You have ramp access into a small cargo area. It looks like it holds 12 SCU. 2 times 3 is 6, and it probably stacks too high, so I'm going to guess 12 there. There's ladder access going up to the second floor. However, if we come out here and we say open, this door opens, and we actually have an elevator going up, which is pretty sweet. Ladder access going up there. So here on the second level, we've got, I guess, nothing there. This is the crafting station. So once the crafting stuff comes online, hopefully in 2026, we're going to be able to craft parts and maybe ship components and things like that. So really, really super looking forward to that. Most importantly, though, it actually has a Tier 3 med bed. Most of the injuries that you're going to get in the game are going to be Tier 3. Occasionally you're going to get a Tier 2, and rarely you get a Tier 1. But this thing actually has a med bed, so you can set your respawn here. This is going to be perfect for doing bunkers and things like that. 200 med gel, so that's good for 2 respawns. Personal storage. I wonder if this isn't accessible, but it'll be accessible in the in-game ship. I'll have to go and look at mine. This looks like, yeah, there's supposed to be a fire extinguisher there. And then here's the engine room. Looks like there's battery components there. Possibly other... Oh, this is the ladder going back down to the hangar bay. Or the hangar bay. The cargo bay. But yeah, here's the 2 big engines in the back. Definitely super cool looking. But yeah, I was just kind of wondering about the personal access, because you could put extra med gel containers in there if you so desired. All right, let's go up to the top floor. Again, oh, these are some jump seat. There's some 2 jump seats here, so you can carry a couple passengers with you if need be. Looks like there's additional component access on either side. And then you've got your cockpit for flying right here. And just check this out. Look at the size of this thing. Hello. It's, you know, 3 decks. Yeah, they're not the biggest decks in the world. You can't really see me sitting in here very easily. I can't move around in that position. But I'm right there in that top glassed in, you know, area. You can't really see under this lighting. But that's it. I think this is a very cool kind of Star Wars-y ship. And I just had to have it. I was like, yeah, I'm buying it. Just for the... Uh-oh. Oh, no. No! I think I'm stuck, folks. Either that or we're about to have a server error. Well, there's not too much to really say in the back here. I don't know. No, I don't think I can. Let me see. I'll try. We're going to try to go inside the ship. Okay. So behind the cockpit, this is your engineering section back here. Unfortunately, I can't look left or right from this position. You can see the engineering terminal on the left there. And then I think maybe where the screen's... Oh, gosh. This might be... Oh, that's probably the fire extinguisher access. And then... here's your bed. This is your bedroom right here, and I still don't see fuse access, but I'm sure we probably ran past it since this has definitely been set up for engineering. And of course, this is the cockpit. I guess I'm stuck in here, guys. I can't get out. I'm holding the Y key. It does say exit seat, hit Y, and it's just not working. But yeah, that's kind of the love that we have for Star Citizen. Is working around the bugs sometimes. But yeah, if you are, again, if you're considering joining Star Citizen, use my referral link. It's going to get you the extra 5,000 Alpha UEC. If you act quickly, you can still buy a starter pack and get the Star Kit and undersuit and helmet absolutely free. Those are pretty rare drops in the game. You can't get them in the game, but they're pretty rare. And it's just kind of like a fun thing to have, especially if you got, you know, young girls or something like that because of the pink motif. But yeah, use my referral code because you're going to get the 50,000 Alpha UEC, whether it's IAE or outside of IAE. You're always going to have that bonus. So really, really cool. And then if you're wanting to join, you can look me up on my Facebook link, send me messages there. You can join my Discord. If you've got any questions about Star Citizen, I help people out all the time with it. In person, in chat, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. I am more than happy to help anybody with the process of joining Star Citizen. It's such a great game. It's such a great sandbox experience. It's great playing with other people. And yes, there are some bugs sometimes, but it's just an amazing game. It's PC only. Sorry, console players, but yeah. But anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. This has been my overview of the 2955 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo in Star Citizen. I'm Brad M73. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.